I work as an apartment maintenance man. One of our tenants would constantly complain about hearing banging on his walls at night. The lady that was actually in the other room always denied that it was her. Since there was no proof, we couldn't really do anything about it. That, and the person that made the claim was known to not be completely mentally well. This specific apartment complex was exclusive to the elderly and mentally ill, so that wasn't uncommon. Eventually, the lady that was living next door moved out, and it's my job to get the place cleaned up. Most days that I went in there, everything was normal. On one of the days where I was finishing up, though, something happened, and I still can't come up with a logical explanation for it. On that day when I went into the room, I felt a shiver go down my spine. It wasn't really colder in the room, but my body still felt cold the moment I walked in. It was like there was this pressure on me the whole time. I worked through the day like that, expecting it to eventually go away, but it never really did. Now, if that had been all that happened to me, I would have chalked it up to me just not feeling that great that day. Stuff similar to this has happened before. It wasn't till the end of the day that something truly strange happened. To better explain this, you need to know the layout of the rooms. The front door to the room that leads out to the hall has about an inch gap on the bottom. Enough to where I could fit my hand mostly under it if need be, just not the whole way. The windows to the room is also on the north side of the building. That sun rarely gets to. There's usually a big shadow on that side of the building cause of it. So anyway, I was moving my tools and stuff out of the apartment. When I had got a few steps out of the place, I felt an urge to look back. I don't know why I felt this urge, but I did. When I looked back though, I froze. Under the door I could see the shadow of what looked like 2 feet standing in front of the door. You'd only see that shadow if someone were within a few feet of the door. Obviously no one was in there. I had been working in there the whole day. I tried to rationalize that there must be something, either in the room or outside, that was reflecting into the room like that. That is, until I saw the legs start moving as if they were walking away. I'm happy to say that I didn't do what most people would. I briskly walked away. I eventually went back later, not to check the room, but to check the outside area. I thought someone must have walked by the window outside, and that's what I saw. But remember how I explained the layout of the building? Someone's shadow couldn't have reflected inside. The sun was high up in the sky at that time, and the shadow was still a very prevalent cause of the overhanging roof. The sun wouldn't have been behind whoever would have been there, so it couldn't be that. The only explanation I can come up with is someone was shining a light, and it somehow ended up looking like that. Other than that, I can't rationalize it. I really don't know what I saw. To answer a few questions you people might have, yes, lots of people have died in this building before. It comes with the fact that 80% of the people here are elderly. As far as that room specifically, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone has died in there. And no, the guy who initially made the complaint hasn't made one since. Who knows, maybe the ghost was an ableist and didn't like the lady that was living there. She lost her legs, so she was always in a wheelchair. Makes it almost ironic that the legs are what I saw.